The OET stands for Occupational English Test that has now replaced the Step 2 CS or Step 2 clinical skills. Access the healthcare specific English language competency and communication skill of physicians. It's more than a test of English language proficiency, emphasizing the type of language physicians will need to communicate effectively in a clinical setting with peers and patients. All ECFMG pathways applicants, regardless of citizenship, native language, or medical school language of instruction, must satisfy this requirement, and that is a highlight. This is a common question like, oh, I studied my entire life in United States, I did a master or PhD, I'm native speaker in English. It doesn't matter. If you study outside United States, if you study medicine outside United States, you have to take this test. Doesn't matter if your native language is English or your entire life was in the United States and you just study medicine outside United States. The fact that you study medicine outside United States make you a candidate for this test. Passing requirements. Applicant who wants to take this test or one of the pathway are required to get a satisfactory score on the OET medicine to satisfy the communication skills requirement for ECFMG certification. To meet ECFMG's requirements, applicants must get a minimum score of 350 on the listening, reading, and speaking, and a minimum score of 300 on the writing part. On the writing, on the writing part. So it's something like the test has 4 parts: listening, reading, speaking, and writing. For all of them, you need a certain amount of a score. Listening, reading, and speaking, 350, and writing, 300. What else? Applicants who do not get the minimum score that I just mentioned on one or more of the part of the test must retake all OET medicine tests, which is mean if you get 350 in listening, reading, and speaking, but you get 200 in writing, you have to take the test. You have to get the minimum score of each part or in each section of the test. If you fail in one of the part of the test, you have to retake it. And it doesn't matter you pass most of the tests. If you fail one of them, you have to retake it. However, instead of USMLE that any fail is in your record, if you fail any part of the OET and you have to retake it, it wasn't be part of your permanent record. Applicants will need to make sure that their test results are released to ECFMG. There is no limit of the number of the time you can retake OET medicine, and that is something to keep in mind. Booking OET medicine. OET on paper and OET on computer are currently available at least of the menus around the entire planet, including US. So it's mean if you have any OETs, how can I say that? So as you know, USMLE has a test center which is called Prometric. So if you don't have any OET Prometric center, let's call it that way. If you don't have it, you have the option to take the OET at home. So if you don't have any Prometric center in your area where you can take OET, so you have the ability of take the test at home. And release of the test result. OET medicine result will be released to you typically 14 business days after you take the test. And the test results are valid only for 2 years. And that is really important, and you have to remember and highlight in your mind. This test is only valid for 2 years. If you take it, let's say, in 2020, if you take it and it's already 2024. You have to retake it, because I know people that take OET, since this is the easiest test. They take it first, and after the OET they preparing USMLE step 1 and 2, a lot of stuff happen, and somehow they take longer than 2 years, and they have to retake it. And that is something you have to keep it in mind. OET test is only valid for 2 years. If you take more than 2 years for do all your stuff, you have to retake it. And that's it for this video. See you soon. Bye.